Good morning, everyone. Myself, Ashu Sharma. I welcome you all in series of database, and today we will start with MongoDB. This is the first lecture on MongoDB, so we will compare MySQL, which is always there as an RDBMS, and MongoDB comparison with that. So let's start with the next slide. Imagine finding a DBMS which aligns with technical goals of organization. Most of the time when we find that evolution of our DBMS over that local file system. So we have seen that was all around there, and number of application, one of that given is railway reservation system when we check online, and uh, different that aviation management system, and lots of things over there. So airlines reservation or railway reservation, or even though some other applications that we generally see RDBMS impacts over that local file system, which having so many limitations, and we overcome with the solution. Uh, but when we talk about some other database like MongoDB, you can say that MongoDB having that impact of which is based on NoSQL type of thing, a wonderful features. So relational databases held the lead for quite a time. Uh, Choices were quite obvious: MySQL, Oracle, and MS SQL. Uh, these are few, though times have changed pretty much with the demand for more diversity and scalability. So there are many alternatives in the market to choose, like DB2, you can say Lotus Dominoes, and uh, MongoDB. This is that Postgre, GRESQL. Lots of things are there. So uh, the concept is there. The concept is very much common, but that nomenclature is different. So let's start with what exactly the MongoDB all about. MongoDB is one of the most popular document-oriented database, and under the banner of NoSQL database. So it was developed from an idea in year 2007, and its first version was released in year 2010. So it is developed and maintained by MongoDB Incorporation. So it employs the format of key value pair. So there is a concept key value pair. Generally, we see dictionary structure. So here called document store. So format of key value pair, which is called document store, and document stores in MongoDB are created, is stored in JSON files, which are in fact a little modified version of JSON files, and hence all JS are supported. So nowadays we talk about Node.js, AngularJS, so many different frameworks we deal with. So because of this is infrequent use for Node.js projects. So moreover, that JSON facilitates the exchange of data between web applications and the servers in human readable format. So this is also one that significance of this MongoDB, that frequently we use it in Node.js projects. Not only that, it offers greater efficiency and reliability, which in turn can meet you storage capacity and speed demands. On top of it, the schema-free implementation of MongoDB eliminates the prerequisites of defining a fixed structure. So there is an implementation of the schema, which is a pre-mode implementation, which just eliminate the prerequisite of defining a fixed structure. And these models allow hierarchical relationships representation, and facilitates the ability to change the structure of the record. So this is the facility that that structure might be changed for given record. Also, this NoSQL solution is added to the benefits of auto shading and embedding on board replication, which in turn provides high scalability and availability. So high scalability, it means to say that whenever we want to, you can say, increase the resource or decrease the resource, you can do that. So you may change the structure. That's type of flexibility MongoDB provides us, along with the resources availability at the time of peak hours of business point of view. So this is very important feature of that given MongoDB database. Now, if you are very familiar about this MySQL, MySQL is an open source relational database management system, and it was originally built by MySQL AB through presently owned by Oracle. So it employs the concept of storing data in rows and tables, which are further classified into databases. It uses a structured query language, which is again a high level language, and SQL to access and transfer the data in commands such as select, update, insert, and delete. So this is that we use to manage that overall that record and overall that table structure. Related information is stored in different tables, but the concept of join operation simplifies the process of correlating it and performing queries across multiple tables and minimize the chance of data duplication or that redundancy. So MySQL limitations are the same as of relational databases, and millions of read and write highly affects the performance, and hence horizontally scaling is not quite easy. But if you compare with MongoDB, scalability and availability is always there. So although replication and clustering are available, still it cannot ease the pain to implement or compensate for the basic relational database design problems. So there are certain pros and cons in between MySQL and MongoDB. So this is important that we go through this concept at the time when we are deploying our application or connecting our application at backend with some of these databases. Now here is a list of some of points and on the basis of certain features. The first one is the deployment. So as we see, feature is cloud, software as a service, web, developers, schema, operating system, data storage, query language, MapReduce, Hadoop, SDFS, Hadoop distributed file system, Unicode, backup. So if you say number of tick, which is applicable for different database, MongoDB having that cloud SaaS web, that compatibility, along with developer is MongoDB incorporation, schema is flexible, it is not rigid, and data storage is JSON, and volatile memory file system. MapReduce is there, Unicode is there, and backup is there. But you compare with the MySQL, yes, cloud SaaS web compatibility with there. Again, developer is Oracle cooperation, and schema is rigid, so schema is not flexible enough. OS is multi-platform, both are multi-platform. Data storage is in form of columns and rows, so it's a table format, columns and rows, and query language is SQL. So MapReduce, SDFS support, cross with MySQL, Unicode is yes, and backup is yes. So this is on the basis of that deployment features. Now next one is design and given features. So in this case, we have creation and development. So MongoDB having yes and MySQL having cross. Database conversion is again, and monitoring. Monitoring is applicable in both of these database. Performance analysis, most part applicable with the MongoDB, but not MySQL. Queries, relational interface, and virtualization. Virtualization is a key nowadays because of most of the data is going to be stored on remote locations through cloud services. So definitely cloud vendor looking for certain virtualization to reduce the overall cost of physical resources. So that's why this support is mandate when we talk about today's business operations and big organizations. Those are dealing with their data and require for effective services from the cloud service providers. So this is very important feature of virtualization, and it is applicable through hypervisor concept. You all know about the hypervisor type 1 and type 2. So this is that the deployment which is very much there. And along with this, we may say that MongoDB is supporting that type of thing. Again, is the integrity model is base and asset. Base for MongoDB and MySQL is asset. Atomicity is conditional. Yes, so atomicity is there. Either that transaction completes or it doesn't start even. So that is the concept of atomicity for making that database consistency. Next is consistency is all about there that along with the isolation is crossed in MongoDB. This is one concern, and MySQL provides that flexibility. So this is important that we may have those plus and minus with different databases. Next is the durability. Yes, yes, in both. So transactions cross in MongoDB, yes in MySQL, and refressional integrity cross in MongoDB, and yes in MySQL. So this is the concept which is based on ACID properties to make that database consistent enough. Next is the indexing. Indexing is also important for searching type of that operation to make it faster enough. This is important that we use indexing concept. So secondary indexes in both composite keys, both full text search, in both geospatial indexes go with that MongoDB, but not with MySQL. Graph support, CAP, yes, but graph support is not present in both of them. CAP is CP for MongoDB and CA for MySQL, and horizontal scalability, yes, and but in that MySQL is conditional. Next one is the distribution. Replication, data migration in both of them. Replication mode, master slave mode, and master slave mode. So this is all about that node we have when we talk about that framework of different databases, and shared nothing architecture that is in both, and finally that system programming language. So C, C++, Java with that MongoDB we talk about, and there is also a Python and the C, C++, C Sharp, Python, Java, and Node.js. So most of the part of that you may say it is applicable with different languages at front end and different applications. Python applications, you may have that connectivity, and you can use MongoDB also there. And you already seen in previous videos that compatibility with MySQL also with that Python. So it's a very nice thing that we may use at different sort of operations during this connectivity with backend to the front end. So these are certain specific types and features. On the basis of that, we may compare and brief out some of these things which is important when we are going with MongoDB. So thank you very much being with me in this session. If you like this video, definitely you please subscribe my channel and press the bell icons so you will get notification when I upload new video. And from next class onwards, we will start with MongoDB and Python combination. We will see different significances of using them. Till then, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you.